Let's just bring the knight here, attacking the pawn. And as we do, just hitting the center. And I'm going to take the pawn. Going to take the bishop. With no hesitation. Tempting to push this here. Not a big problem, his queen can come shooting down though. I think we will just simply go with a really small move here and just castle. Now our king is very home alone. As you can see, all our pieces are on the other side of the board. So I'm going to try and get my pieces to give my king some company. And I think we were going to attack here, but the knight is currently there. So if we take this first, they can always drop the pawn anyway, but they're not doing that now. So we'll attack their bishop. And we'll take their bishop off the board. We'll look to try and get this knight out. Maybe first, I was looking to squeeze the queen here, but I think the rook's just going to come and attack us. But we'll just squeeze it here for now. See if we can get the knight here, if we can. Might not get the time. I think the knight's going to be jumping there, attacking the queen. So I believe we're just going to bring this pawn here, just blocking that. Well, it's not blocking it, you can still physically go there. And move the knight now. Move the knight again, that was my plan. Try and sink it in here, but it's not going to stay there for long, but we will try it anyway. Let's go here. I think they'll just drop the pawn now. I don't want them to drop the pawn, but they probably will. And even if they don't and we go there, he just drops the pawn anyway, so we're not going to get the mate type thing on the king. So is there another move? The knight can go here. I think we will go with that. We'll attack the pawn, knowing it's going to drop. Come and attack the rook here. We have an out. Ooh, we don't really have an out, do we? Ooh, that's a tricky one. Yeah. So we'll go and attack the rook. The rook says, okay, fine. And we can't come back here or here or here or anywhere. I don't think that's going to be a good move, is it? But we do have his knight. And we would get a pawn. If we took the knight, and he takes ours, then we take his. That might work for us, might it? Take the knight. Take the pawn. Now the rook's going to be a bit mad, probably coming round here or something. How do we get our rook into the game? Probably need to push this pawn up. He's looking to get his rook in. Are we fast enough? Or are we meant to be pushing this way, this way, this way? I think that's too slow. If we push this, it does open up his pawn. Yeah, if we push that, he's ready to go like this with his queen, the x-ray through, isn't it? That's a problem. Everything's too slow. Moving the king up off of the line gives him chance to bob around here. I'm going to go with the far pawn. Our poor rooks really aren't in the game, which is a bit of a letdown really. Queen's there all on its own. Yeah, he's going for it. Let's just keep pushing this pawn. And something's telling me let's move the king and try and get this. And try and get the rooks in. He's not having it. He's not wearing it. Let's push the pawn. The rook's just going to sacrifice itself or something. No, it's not doing that. So if we hit their rook, his rook takes our rook. We take with the queen, or we can take his queen because he's got no support. Take the rook, or double up and protect. I think what's going to happen is he's going to take this pawn with the rook. If we take, he comes down, puts a check on the king. If we take, his rook takes. Same sort of scenario. Right, let's do it anyway. At least we know that's what they're potentially going to do. We'll just maybe just take the rook here. So miraculously, we're +1 out of that. We're trying to squish the king area as best possible. They're guarding like crazy. And they've done... In my head, I thought, well, that looks like a non-move. Because we can take, the pawn's not going to take, the queen's going to... Well, this rook will take, sorry. Even Stevens, isn't it? Push this is... Can take with the rook. I think it's just capturing the rook, isn't it? What about this business? Because his rook's not going to be taking, because we'll take the queen. I'm going to push this just for a bit of quirkiness. I think they're going to decide to take the rook at this point. Oh, have we messed up? Have we? Check on the king. Moves out of the way. No, it definitely don't go there because we get a queen, don't we? Goes there. Or do we have something like this? Boom. Queen takes, pawn takes, king takes, then we take this rook. And then we would have... I think that looks better, doesn't it? But you have done it wrong. Oh no, he doesn't have to take, does he, with the queen, king? I thought I was getting a extra rook. He can just take. He can just take. Let's come here. So we're still +1. Got a little bit arty there. I thought we had a finisher. Looking to see if I can exchange the rook off. I don't think they will do that. That wouldn't be wise. Maybe come in protecting that. Whoa. Okay, does take. Now. Go like this, he just drops down. We'll get zugzwanged. I'm going to go like this. This pawn moves now. Push here. Push there. Has to move his king. Probably go in here. Gonna move up. We've got 7 minutes. We should be able to convert this. Come across, we can get this pawn because he can't come here now. What else was I thinking? Pushing here with the check, he moves across. That not really going to benefit much. We could just take the rook beyond his queen. And then we would have the 2 rooks then if he did take our queen. So maybe that was better. Have a look at the analysis. Maybe taking the rook with the was better. Boom, because the pawn can't take. The queen's not going to take. Boom. Takes ours, we take his queen. Yeah, I think that was better. I got too arty. It don't look like they're going to make a move. And see what we've got in this particular game in the advanced section. Playing as a guest. Okay, the queen's coming out. Early for the queen. Do we just hit? But really hit when the bishop's there. I'm going to bring the knight out. I'm going to hit the queen. Back in this pawn. Go back to whence you came, queen. Oh, come across. Why does that look odd? I'll take this pawn beyond the queen. I don't know if I'm good enough to pull off this funky business like taking here, the queen takes, and then bishop takes with a check. I don't think I have the skills to any further with that. No, it's like just giving a piece of, oh, give me strength. Beautiful. It's still playing on. Okay. Right, still playing on. And we might get away with this then. Oh, would it be better just taking, because, oh. Right, okay. Let's bring the knight here. This is a bit quirky, this opening. What is this? This is all about. Okay, open up the dark square bishop. Queen is out early. Castle? Really trained in on this already, hasn't it? There's castle. Probably good enough to hit this pawn now. Doesn't look like there's much happening there. I think we'll go with that. Back the knight. Grab. We're on this pawn, but I'm a little bit sketchy about that one. So we could hit the bishop, but the bishop and the queen are working together. A little team. Bring the queen back a little bit. Moving fast. Get the white square bishop out. Castling. Not castling just yet. Doing this to do this, but yeah, to do that. I'm not doing that, I don't think. Something to do with the rook. Bring this rook here. Very conscious of not doing anything with the centre pawns. I'm hoping we can take some advantage. Queen's overweight, supporting two pawns, so we're going to have to do something about that. Oh, they started already. So the king is supporting at the minute, and the queen is, so we can't take the pawn just yet. That the queen is kind of overburdened with these pawns. If the bishop took that, he took there, then he'd take a pawn, but he's losing the bishop for that, so he's not going to do that. This pawn is a bit flimsy because the bishop is x-raying the knight. So we could bait the pawn. See? Oh, he's not going for the bait. We will take then. Took there a bit quick, didn't he? We are on this pawn, but I'm a little bit sketchy about that because he's got his queen. Once we take, then his rook can attack. He's got in front of our king, and plus, well, the knight can take the bishop if he does that. So we can take here. I think he's come there just to support this pawn, hasn't he? I think it's too poisonous. Take. Rook comes across. Take. King queenside castles. The only issue, because he's going to have all these pieces facing down onto here. And we have nothing. Queen's going to be over the other side of the board. It's too risky. I think it's too risky. We did this, baiting this pawn, then the queen could take the rook. But that's not going to happen. Because he's just going to queenside castle. What is this knight doing? What's my bishop doing? Take. Greedy munching is not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. Let's see if we can bait the pawn and take the rook off the board. But I think they're just queenside. Ready to take. Neither here nor there, 0.4. We probably did some duff move. Yeah, the bishop move was a duff move. Look at that. Oh, it dropped loads. It dropped loads. There was something better. I bet it's saying take the pawn. I'm not really a fan of taking the pawn though. All my life it is taking the pawn as well. It is taking the pawn, but I'm thinking they're doing this. Oh my god, it's even better for us. So does that mean that we're not going to be in trouble? It's not jumping in. It's not got any fancy business. Maybe it moves here, attacking the knight. Ooh, it does. Because we know that that pressure's coming on, and we know that this is unprotected, but not that. Swing it across away from that. They can still carry on doing that. That's the target, isn't it? This area. Are they saying that we can just simply do this? Ah.